Hi, fellow traders. Welcome back to Von C with Traders, and thanks for tuning in. Disclaimer as usual, whatever I discuss in here does not constitute trading advice. If I mention stocks, it's just for illustration purposes only. So you need to go do your own research. So the topic now today is going to be about what newbies need to know before they start trading. So I'm just going to run through a few things which hopefully should help people that are trying to buy some stocks and they've never traded before. One thing you need to know for sure is that various things are thrown to us traders. One minute there's a pandemic, like the coronavirus. Some traders sold their stocks at a loss. That was March 2020 when all this started. Some, because they needed the money. So all these things happen and they're outside our control. One minute you may be trading, there's something called the Dow Jones. If you don't know what it is, just look it up. So sometimes it goes up, it goes down, and ASX follows as well, and our stocks drop. And price of commodities is another thing that you need to be aware of, because you need to know how the gold, story is going on out there. Is the gold price going up? Is the lithium price going up? What impact has it got on the gold stocks, the lithium stocks? What's going on with oil and gas out there? You know, is it going up? Is it going down? Any news that's going on that can impact on the energy stocks. And another thing as well you need to be aware of is, you can be hopeful on the ASX. We all want our stocks to run. You can hold some gold stocks, hoping that the drilling that's going on, intercepts some very high gold grades, and then maybe when the results come, it's not what the market would have expected, and then there's a panic sell. It's not like a panic sell. People just sell, they get out of that stock, and then they jump on the other one. And maybe sometimes you got good grades, then it goes up the other way. And another thing that can affect, your portfolio, sickness, in the family. It can be you yourself, it can escalate to even worse than just sickness, whereby you now need to take out your money from your account and try it and start trading again, those kind of things. So you need to actually be aware of these things, that these things can happen, once you start trading. And then there are some things that you can control now. So once you start trading, which stocks you're going to buy, at what price, am I just going to be that person who's just going to be jumping in and out of stocks, buying high, selling low, losing money? So just try and avoid that. And there's always some hypes going on. Am I going to buy during this hype? If you buy during a hype, just know when to sell, because whoever is hyping it, I'm pretty sure they'll get to a point whereby they're going to be offloading. Another thing that can distract you on social media, of course, you've got trolls, you've got, gossiping going around, so if you can avoid that gossip, trolls, easy, you can block some, but there'll always be some trolls. So, yeah, so other things I noted there, you can control those things. And then now, at the end of the day, is how you're gonna overcome all these things that you can't control, the things that you can control. So just find some coping mechanisms. If you're gonna pray about it, if you're gonna, well, hopefully you shouldn't get to a stage whereby you need counseling, because then maybe you should, stop for a bit trading if it's stressing you too much. Find a hobby. You don't have to go on holiday. You can just walk around, go maybe, somewhere to chill, that sort of thing. So it's just how you manage this so that you're in a better, mental state when you're trading, because trading, you need to concentrate. And now we go to what really is the ASX. I know many will be, it's the Australian Stock Exchange, of course, many will say, but really, what does it do? That's the question. So we know we buy and sell stocks there, but again, what is the ASX? So you need to know that the ASX has got these companies, but they're all listed in various sectors. So you need to know what these sectors are. Reason being, for example, if you got maybe mining stocks, for example, and maybe the commodity, maybe lithium or gold is running, you need to know what the gold stocks, the lithium stocks are on the market, because you cannot afford to be having some delayed action or delayed thoughts during trading, because when the announcements come, you need to act, and you need to be a fast thinker as well. So you don't want to think late and then get in high, and then now everybody's selling to you because they got in early. So you need to know your tech stocks, your communication stocks, healthcare stocks, biotech, whether it's resources, utilities, depends what you like, to trade. So you just need to know your stocks, the sectors they are in. There's a very long list on the ASX. If you want, you can just create a watch list. It will make it easier for you. So the next point now, all these stocks that are here, you've got BMN, you've got ADN, LKE, all these stocks now. The reason why I listed them is because now you need to ask yourself, am I short term? Am I mid term? Am I long term? Am I day trading these stocks? So I'll give a good example here. ADN. ADN, when it started talking about Hyalocide and Kylan, not many people knew what that was. So those, I'm not saying those who didn't get in, but you had to ask James Marsh quite a number of questions. You had to research, ask questions as in maybe the uses, but of course most of the uses were in the in the announcements already. But further research meant that you read all around more about it, and you read the ASX announcements. Do you believe the story? Do you think it's a good story? And do you think this is the long-term stock? So those who thought it was a long-term stock did ignore all the noise that was going on. So that's what I'm trying to get to. So if it's a long-term stock, you don't care what's going to happen to the charts, whether it drops, whether it goes down, because ADN dropped when in March 2020 because of this COVID. But if you're a long-term holder, you'd hold this stock, because I got it at about 1 cent and the options less than 1 cent, ADNOB. So I believed in the story. And of course, now ADN is above 30 cents. So you just need to classify your stocks according to that. So if you're going to day trade the stocks, you're going to say, okay, we've got this. Okay, it has come. This announcement has come, but I think it's running, but I really don't think it's going to sustain that. So you can now think of whether you're going to short term it or day trade it, that sort of thing. You've got buy now, pay later stocks, IOU, that's been doing quite well. You got ESR there, nickel grades came, and I did quite well towards the end of the month. So you need to know which stocks you're day trading, short terming, that sort of thing. You've got a good day trade, TKL, that happened the other day because some gold grades came. Market was a bit happy. It went up, then of course it's going down again. You got LRS there, so you need to know, okay, I've got my uranium stocks there. I've got BMN, I've got energy, BRK, I've got another energy, GGX. GGX went up because people are expecting the French government to compensate the company, so that kind of thing. So some stocks can go based on what the market is expecting, that sort of thing. But you need to know when to exit as well. So you've got quite a number of stocks there, some biotech stocks, BD1 for example. If you believed in that cancer story, what the company is trying to do, then you'd hold. And RAC is another good one there. If you believed in that, then you hold. If you say, yo, I'm just going to be looking for maybe some cancer stocks, I'm going to be looking for, weed stocks, MXC for example. You've got MXC right there. MXC, if you believed in the story and what they announced about listing elsewhere, these kind of things. So you just need to think, outside the box. Just think a bit more and do more research. But the main thing, know which stocks you're going to put in which box: long term, mid term, short term, or day trading stocks, because that really helps. So next we're going to talk about fundamental analysis. So you can't just go buy a stock. Well, I did that when I started trading. All I knew, because I didn't know, so I'm trying to help you all. So I went and just bought Maya because I knew I was shopping in Maya at the store. So I looked it up. I did see Maya, on the stock exchange, and I bought Maya. I'm not embarrassed to say that because I didn't know how to go about it and nobody had told me. So I just bought Maya, and yeah, so that's what I did. And I just sat and looked at it, moved there and there, but it didn't make much profit there. So now I was trying to understand the ASX terms. I did speak about this in the previous topic, what these trading holds are, why these quarterlies are coming. So I didn't know that these quarterlies, when it's a quarter, it will come in a quarter. So later on, it then clicked, and I was like, why are they all coming on the same day? What's going on here? Things like that. But as you trade, as you get to know what kind of announcements come, then you'll get to know. Then I was like, what capital raising? Why are they raising money all the time? This kind of things. So now we looking at market analysis. So you're just going to analyze the market, whether it's fundamental analysis or it's technical analysis. So technical analysis, we're talking about the charts here. So some traders look at the charts, they see where their indicators are pointing up or down, depending on what their indicators are showing, that sort of thing. Some traders will just trade on this. And then there's some traders who research, read about the story. For example, I'll give ADN again, say it's a good story. I like this thing about the hyalosite. I could read kaolin, whatever it's all about, they go read about this hyalosite. So, and then they look at trends as well. You got to look at the trends. For example, how much is the gold? How is it performing in the industry? Lithium stocks, what's going on. For example, lithium stocks, we've got EV going on, and am I going to buy these lithium brine stocks? Are they lithium hard rock? You need to know these things, and you need to know which stocks are where. Are they in high risk areas, countries? Are you happy with that? That sort of thing. You need to know the financial reports. Some people look at how many shares the company has, that sort of thing. The debt, some people look at that. When was the last capital raising? Are they likely to raise cash? But sometimes this raising cash doesn't matter, because if you look at PLS, for example, did raise cash quite a back to the amount they raised, because they had AGM involved in that. So you look at PLS and say, this company is going to do well with the lithium and the EV that's going on. Because some people talk about, that after capital raising, maybe the stock will trace back to how much the capital raising was for, but sometimes it doesn't happen. It just goes up. A good example is PLS. When they raised cash, it never went back to, 30 something odd cents. It didn't, but it went up. So you look at these things, and that's when we get back to, how long you're willing to hold. Are you in this, are you in this for the long term? Are you in this for mid-term, short term, what we say before? So this is very important. You need to actually decide, how long you're in this for. And other external influences will come in, of course, when you're assessing these stocks on a fundamental point of view. So in the end, we're all here for profit, to be quite honest. So we're all here trying our best trading, but these things can be thrown to you. Some we can control, some we can't control, but do your research. So that's the main thing. So now you need to think, what platform am I going to use? Which platform works for me? Because some traders say, oh, I prefer this one. Maybe the commission is cheaper, or maybe, you've got more indicators in that when you're doing TA. So these things, you need to look into that. And at the end of the day, it's what works for you. And ASX, not most, but all, they should have an AGM. So if you want to attend some of those meetings, you can do. But of course, the virus is on at present. And if you got some traders you're meeting up with, chatting with, but be careful there, because there are some traders who are not honest, who are just going to be talking about this stock, hyping it, and they'll sell it to you. So that's another story there. So if you can find some loyal ones where you're discussing stocks, honestly, and it's working for you, so be it. And because you'll be learning, sometimes you'll be learning from them. It's not like it's inside trading, really. You're just talking and discussing and sharing opinions. We all do that, of course, online as well. It's not like we know each other. And when it comes to this TA as well and FA, now you need to decide, am I going to use both? Some people prefer just being TA. Some prefer the FA side. Mainly the long-term holders prefer the FA side. And then now that means you now know the stock. You've done your FA, you've done your TA. You know how long you're in there for. So you're ready to buy now. So you now need to, click the buttons and work out how many shares you're buying, how much money you've got. And so that's it then. And another thing, the ASX, it's not crypto. So you need to read your stocks. You need to know your stocks, to be quite honest. And I think I've covered most of the topics for today. So thanks again to everybody that subscribed. I hope this has helped you newbies, the beginners that are coming through. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Vonsi on Twitter, and I've got my Twitter account there. So I'll see you then. We'll be talking about something different next time. So happy trading, everyone, and enjoy your day.